Let us pray. Almighty God, by the power, the presence, and the authority of your Holy Spirit, may your word be proclaimed this day. God, grant us understanding that we may believe, and faith that we might truly follow our risen Lord, Jesus Christ. Amen. Morris and Esther went to the state fair every year. And every year, Morris would say, "Esther, I sure would like to ride in that helicopter that comes to the fair every year." And every year, Esther would reply, I know, Morris, but that helicopter ride is $50. And $50 is $50. One year, Morris said, "Esther, I'm 93 years old. If I don't ride that helicopter now, I might never get another chance." Esther replied, I know, Morris, but that helicopter ride is $50. And $50 is $50. Well, it just so happened that the pilot overheard them. And he said to them, "Folks, forgive me for eavesdropping on your conversation, but I'll make you a deal. I'll take both of you up for a ride, and if you can remain silent for the entire ride and not say a word, I won't charge you a cent. But if you say one word, the charge is $50 for both of you." They agreed, and they went up for a ride. The pilot performed all kinds of fancy maneuvers, up and down and all around, and not a single word was heard. Finally, when they landed, the pilot turned to Morris and he said, "You know, I'm really impressed. I've been doing this for years, and I've never had anybody take this ride without talking to one another." Morris replied, "Well, to tell you the truth, I almost said something when Esther fell out." But $50 is $50. You know, Lauren once gave me a rather unique wooden mantle clock. The face of this clock unlatches and it swings open to reveal 3 hidden compartments, 3 small drawers. Its design lends to the idea that these 3 hidden compartments are a perfect place to conceal valuables. And that's exactly what I've placed there. I have a pocket knife that my father gave me on our last trip together. We went to Alaska. I have my high school class ring and a pin of a frog playing a banjo. It's the first birthday present my son ever gave me when he was just 4 or 5 years old, but he did pick it out himself. Last year, as I was dusting off the top of this clock before putting it into storage, I realized that the things of greatest value were actually not hidden inside the clock, but rather on the face of the clock, in plain sight. Of course, I'm speaking of the face of the clock, the minute hand, the hour hand, the second hand, which symbolically represents time. Of everything I've sought to possess in this life, the thing of greatest value has come from God, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day at a time. The true value of my time often, unfortunately, being lost because it's hidden in plain sight in the ordinary course of everyday living. It's not that I need to accomplish or experience what's more spectacular in life, but rather celebrate and value every moment and every day as a gift from God. My friends, we would be wise to not merely fill our hidden compartments with valuables, but rather write on our hearts and in our minds what is of eternal value, our relationship with Jesus Christ and our Christ-like relationships with others. We've tried to capture this in our stewardship theme this year, the blessings of stewardship. Our scripture from Genesis chapter 12 reminds us of the Lord's covenant with Abram, a covenant that is central to the entire message of salvation throughout the Bible. God's promised covenant is not simply to bless old Abram with children, but to make him an instrument through which all of the families of the earth shall be blessed, through the Son of David, the Son of God, who is Jesus the Christ. Our text from Genesis is an opportunity to reflect upon both the blessings and the responsibilities of being called as disciples of Jesus Christ. Abram was in most ways an ordinary man. He was relatively successful in life, but he had problems in his marriage and in his family life. And I won't take the time necessary to explain all the issues he faced. Issues like his affair with Hagar, his double dealings with his own wife, Sarah, or his multiple family problems. But I will tell you this. His family life could easily be adopted into a TV reality show. And besides all this, he was old, really old by our standards, and he had no children. No heir in a society where heirs were very important to carry on his name and receive his earthly wealth and possessions. But then one starry night, he sets out on an adventure. He sets out on an adventure despite his age, his lack of a destination, his lack of great security and family problems. He sets out confident of God's blessing. We can either say, what a great risk he took, or what great faith he had. We understand from our text that the Lord desired Abram to go where the Lord would lead him. Not because there was necessarily anything wrong with his present land, but so there would be a relationship, a people wholly devoted to God, through whom the promise of God could come. The Lord promised Abram, I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great so that you will be a blessing. This is not only a covenantal promise for Abraham alone, because as the people of God, it is also our promise to receive through faith in Jesus Christ. Not in the land we possess, not in the amount of valuables that we can hide in our hidden compartments, but in our commitment to be the people that God desires us to be. To go where God leads, to recognize and receive the greatest blessings of this life: family, friends, community, in order that we might be a blessing through which others can come to have a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ by sharing the gospel and allowing the Holy Spirit to move them to faith. You know, I fear most people today have either never been exposed to or have long forgotten the strong biblical witness to wealth or possessions. This is actually evidenced by the many surveys that reveal that few people choose careers these days based on any sort of religious conviction, or that there is any understanding of religion that significantly influences their views on work or money. Research is consistent that most people basically view these core issues of life separately. After all, $50 is $50. But without a spiritual, biblical perspective of life and our many blessings, our blessings of wealth, talents, social capital, and faith, how can we ever experience the truest blessings of abundant life that God desires to offer us? Isn't this why so many people today are left to their own anxieties over possessions, security, and prestige? Trapped by the need of accumulation because of the fear of never having enough. A pit from which one can never see the light, that every blessing is granted in order to receive the greater blessing from God of loving, of sharing, and of serving others as disciples of Jesus Christ by sharing His word and His compassion in this world. I think we as a congregation might be well served to remember the teachings of Jonathan Edwards, the colonial congregational preacher and theologian. He taught that economic abundance was not sinful if individuals pursued their work, their business, and their livelihoods with the idea of also being very mindful of service to others in the name of Jesus Christ. He believed that a prosperous society could be a godly, cohesive society if individuals practice private interest for the common good. I think he deeply understood this as driven by relationships over and against that of duty, which we hear so much of today. This means that relationships is a recognition of our greatest blessings, and that is why stewardship is so important to us. First, Peter stresses something of critical importance to all believers. He writes, "But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own people." And Peter goes on to say that we are called to Him, to that living stone, rejected by men, but in God's sight, chosen and precious. And like living stones, we are to let ourselves be built into a spiritual house, a royal priesthood, to offer sacrifices acceptable to God in Jesus Christ. This living stone oxymoron says something about Jesus Christ that can't be said in any other way. Our Lord is like a fixed foundation, a fortress, strong, massive, unmovable, stable in all circumstances, and yet alive, displaying warmth, vitality, compassion, and life. But ask yourself, can people who enter this sanctuary ever be moved beyond the impressive appointment of this sanctuary, this beautiful sanctuary? Can they be moved beyond it to experience a living, warm, and welcoming nurture of a people who are God's people, a people who seek to embody a radiant love, a people who have become, by the power of the Holy Spirit, a living temple, a holy people, a royal priesthood who love others regardless of where they come from, regardless of their worth, regardless of their education and their achievements in life. We love people in the name of Jesus Christ. It's only through contact with the living stone that the stone-cold sinful nature of human hearts, minds, and souls can begin to live and breathe, recognizing our greatest blessing, our relationship with God through Jesus Christ, who came that we might live, and also our desire, our passion to bless others in his name. You know, on the front of our bulletin every week, right down there in the right-hand corner, we read, to develop mature Christian disciples who compassionately respond to the needs of others. My friends, this is the vision of our chapel family that I ask you to think about, reflect upon, and to renew today, because it represents both our vision and our mission. We are seeking to empower our ministry in such a way that the Holy Spirit can touch lives, that God can be glorified in all our efforts, and human lives might be touched by the living stone himself, Jesus Christ. For this reason, I ask you to prayerfully consider your giving to this chapel family. I ask you to prioritize the ministry of Jesus Christ, even over against the other civic organizations that you may support. Not that they are not noble or good, because many of them are, but because they do not have as their primary charter the sharing of the salvific news of Jesus Christ in the world today. I ask you to prayerfully fill out an estimate of giving card, not simply in order that we can plan effectively for ministry in 2019, but that each of us might come to the joy of recognizing that our truest blessing lies in blessing others through the proclamation and the demonstration of the gospel of salvation. On the rare occasion that someone asks me how much they should estimate, we used to call this pledge, but estimate's a much better word because it implies that it's not binding, an estimate of giving. And perhaps they ask this because they've never done so before. I remember the story of a pastor who, having just preached a stirring sermon on stewardship, was approached by a woman with a $50 check. "Is this enough?" she asked. The pastor, somewhat taken back and uncertain how to respond, said, well, certainly, if it represents you. She thought about that for a moment and then asked him to return the check in order that she could think about it a while. A day or two later, she came by the pastor's office and handed him a check for $5,000. "Is this enough?" she asked. And once again he said, well, sure, if it represents you. Well, the woman didn't take the check back that time. But the pastor's words remained on her heart all week long, until the next Sunday when she returned with another check for $45,000. Now, what a difference there seems to be between $50 and $50,000, which is not an option that is within many of our means. But that's not the point of this woman's experience. It's not the point of this woman's experience. For in a world where $50 is $50, we must prayerfully consider what it is that truly represents us in our commitment to sharing with others our greatest blessings in this life. And I'm not talking about what we can simply dispense from our hidden drawers. I'm talking about the fullness of our lives, written on our hearts and in our minds, and represented in all our relationships, in our witness, and in our faith in Jesus Christ. What represents both our ability and our truest desire to bless the world with the good news of Jesus Christ. This is the commitment that I ask you to make as disciples disciples of Jesus Christ, who recognize the blessings of Christian stewardship. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, amen.